if you're leaving from America, it's kind of, so just know that you're going to have a very long plane ride. So that was a very interesting experience. That I'm from DC, Baltimore area, so I left from the BWI airport and I flew all the way to London, Heathrow. We actually had a 10-hour, 12-hour layover there. So that was just really long, and I met you'll probably meet another group of missionaries in the airport, like from America, who are going there, or Europe as well. Kind of all just find them and sit together for that time, and then you get on the plane, and we had like a red-eye flight straight through the night from London to Johannesburg. So it's a lot of flying to get there from the U.S., but you land and it's kind of like South Africa. It's like, because it's just it was a really big adjustment when you get there from the U.S. because like it's almost like everything's backwards. Like the people drive on the other side of the road, and there's just different like areas where people live, and that there's a lot of, the weather there is great. And then when we got into the MTC, it was just this, like, we were just totally jet lagged. So it's just a lot of, those first few days were just kind of like, what are we doing? But they give you a bunch of shots when you get into the MTC for, all the diseases in Africa. They go over the precautions you take and other things related to the mission. I actually got a little bit sick my first few days, like diarrhea, because of just adjusting to the food, or maybe it was something I ate on the plane, but it was weird. So you might have that first few days of just adjusting. And South Africa is a very developed country, especially for Africa. So the water there isn't unsafe to drink. The food there is pretty good, but you might have this adjustment that your body goes through, either jet lag or just getting used to just the lifestyle, I guess. So we met our mission president. He just kind of walked over, because in South Africa, the church has this giant like complex there, that multi buildings, the Rudaport complex. So they have the MTC building. Then across from it, they have the Rudaport Stake Center, where just the local wards meet. And then behind that, they have the CES building. I've learned since I've left that they've actually, and right next to the MTC was the mission office, the Johannesburg mission office. So you literally just walked a few feet and you were in the mission office. It was right next door. I've learned that that's changed since I left, that they moved the mission office into the CES building there because it's a lot bigger, because the mission's grown, and the MTC kind of took over that office area. But everything's just right there. So like, and every transfer day, that's where all the missionaries in the area congregate. They all, drive to that big Rudaport area. And when I was there, we had transfer meetings, like a testimony meeting, where what we did is, after we met with our mission president and he kind of gave us each an interview, talked to us about our experiences, we kind of all, what we did was we all went into like a room, and our trainers came into the room, and we were paired with each other, and it's definitely a nerve-wracking experience. I was put with a guy named Elder Maroa from Zimbabwe, so that was cool, but I was just super nervous, and I'm sure I looked like an unattractive new missionary. I'm pretty sure I didn't come off as confident, or some new missionaries, they have this, aura of confidence, and others are, just totally scared and don't want to talk, and I was probably more like that. So that's just how it is. You can't really control that. It's a nerve-wracking thing, to get a trainer you don't know and go to an area you don't know, and it's just crazy. And then we'd all met in the chapel there, and all the missionaries getting transferred were there, and we had like a meeting where all the new missionaries, we all came out and introduced ourselves, and the missionaries going home gave their testimonies, and we sang the mission song, and then we just we got in our cars and went to our areas.